Hello all, and welcome to tonight's beer review, which I am dubbing the Chicken Marsala beer review, because I ate chicken marsala, and it was good, because I was very hungry. Coming these things off the top of my head. So, what are we going to be reviewing tonight? We're going to be reviewing something that is, I've been wanting to try it for a while, but it always got pegged down, either because it was sold out, or because I didn't have enough money and there's something just as interesting that was cheaper. So what we are going to be reviewing tonight is Cucumber Sour Crush. Cucumber Crush. From 10 Barrel Brewing Company. Now, this is a Berliner Weisse. So, sour beer. One of the sour styles. Let's read the label, shall we? Brewed to appeal to any palate or virgins of the sour craze, this award-winning beer is light, crisp, and refreshing. Made for you to crush anywhere, anytime. The time is now. Crush life. 10 Barrel Brewing Company. Bend, Oregon. A lot of great brewing companies out of Bend. And, interesting can. Very minimalist, isn't it? This is 5.0 ABV, so kind of right in the area of sours, especially Berliner Weisse. And this is extremely expensive here in Hawaii. This was $16.99 for a sixer, so over $3 a can here. I have no idea why it is so expensive. Apparently, it's a little bit expensive on the mainland too. Sort of independent brewers always cost a little bit more, but no idea why this one is a good, $4 to $5 more expensive than other craft brewers from the mainland. Still, I didn't notice this until after I bought it. Beer with artificial cucumber flavor added. I guess you could kind of expect that because cucumber doesn't really have a very strong flavor outside of itself. I can't see anyone adding cucumber as an adjunct and having the flavor show up as cucumber because it is so incredibly subtle a flavor. And cucumbers are mostly water anyway. So, with that, just as an FYI, if you don't like artificial flavoring, don't get this. So, let's go and pour this out, shall we? Very light yellow, slightly cloudy. Of course, sours being the lightest colored of beers I find. Nicely carbonated with a fizzy white head. That is redolent of cucumbers, reminiscent of watermelon Jolly Ranchers, oddly enough. Wheat and wheat funk, and that sort of sour bacterial, yeast bacterial. I'm not sure what lactobacilli is technically, but that little funk there. Also, nice mineral whetstone edge to it. Well, let's go and drink it, shall we? Not the most sour beer that I've ever had, but more sour than others. Sourness kind of bites in the front, continues on a little bit into the finish, through the mids and into the finish. All around the edges is that cucumber flavor. Unfortunately, it really does taste artificial. If you can imagine the idea of a cucumber flavored Jolly Rancher, that would be the flavor that you got there. It's not as sweet as a Jolly Rancher, but definitely has that sort of Jolly Rancher-esque kind of taste to it. nice crispness to it, feeling wise, nicely refreshing. Finish is where the sort of malt kind of shows up, the wheat, as well as that sort of funkiness from the sour yeastiness. With that sort of artificial cucumber flavor, instead of a sort of vague, just kind of citric bite to the sourness, it definitely takes on a sort of almost lime soda-ish appeal or tonic water kind of appeal to it. Nowhere near as strong as either of those, but definitely evocative of it. I think I pretty much covered it, because this is really just, kind of a standard, Berliner Weisse. I don't really taste any coriander in there, or much in the way of salt. There isn't that sort of dryness in that finish for that. So a lot of this beer is just kind of defined so much by this cucumber flavor, cucumber Jolly Rancher, as I'd say, because it doesn't really feel like real cucumber. It's what a cucumber Jolly Rancher would taste like. And if the idea of a cucumber Jolly Rancher inside of a sour is appealing to you, then certainly go for it. All these Berliner Weisses, traditionally they had fruit syrups added to it to go and cut down on the sourness. So I guess this could follow in the tradition of it, though honestly I would have preferred something a little bit more natural tasting instead of something that you taste and immediately brings to mind a Jolly Rancher. For those of you who are not American, Jolly Ranchers are these sort of suckable hard candies that come in various fruit flavors. Again, not as sweet as Jolly Rancher, but definitely evocative of the sort of fruit flavors that come in it, particularly watermelon. That combined, sort of one-dimensionality of it, combined with the extraordinarily high price in Hawaii means, probably never going to pick up another sixer of this, but it was an interesting little experiment there. I will return back to this brewing company again if I see it, and hopefully it's a little bit more affordable. But until that time, well, who knows? Cucumber Sour Crush. That's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.